Hi, hello, and welcome, air signs, to your monthly energy check in, this time for the month of May 2025. We have made it through the month of April. We are moving into the very dynamic month of May. I was telling my patrons months ago that when I was kind of leaning in intuitively to the entire year of 2025, I felt a massive shift energetically in the month of May, almost like some kind of energetic chiropractic adjustment. Saturn is moving into Aries. That's going to be historic for a lot of different reasons. This month is something else. I personally I'm both concerned and excited, if I'm being honest. I do get more in depth with the analysis of the astrology of May 2025 in my May 2025 astrology forecast video. So go check that out on my channel. I break it down day by day. I will be making another long form video about Saturn moving into Aries at some point later in the month, but I will be kind of getting into the more juicy bits in my Patreon. So if you guys want to follow me there, the link is in my bio. We're going to be starting with Gemini, then working to Libra, then Aquarius. You do not have to have your sun sign in these placements. You could have a Gemini rising, you could have a Libra moon, just any strong placement in your chart. So starting with Gemini, let's see how the month of 2025 is going to go for you. What are we going to experience, anticipate? How can we work with these energies to have an ideal timeline and best co-create with reality? Research, manifest your miracle, and the King of Cups. Let me sit with this for a second. Research. Be a clarifier. Gemini, I want to tell you, there's something ancestral going on here for sure, with the Ten of Pentacles being there. I'm going to be real. A couple of you are going to be experiencing some really bizarre stagnation. And I'm saying bizarre because it's going to feel like it's not coming from anything. You're going to wonder why, why am I stuck? Because I'm picking up on a lot of like stuck, just like hitting a wall energy with Gemini. And I want to tell you, it's something ancestral. Like I would really, really look at your chart. I would also look at your South Node and see what is aspecting it, what is transiting your South Node, and maybe just study your South Node period. I had an astrologer. She's at Crystal Magic Psychic Center in Sedona. I'm going to give her a shout out right now. Her name is Anai, and she gave me one of the best chart readings of my life. And she uses the South Node as kind of like her base to look at everything else. The South Node has a lot to do with what we have karmically kind of inherited, but we're also trying to move away from. So there's something big, there's something really big there showing up for you regarding this pause or regarding this block that I'm kind of picking up on. So the research could be something like, getting a reading. When in doubt, like I know that finances are a little bit tricky to come by for some folks right now. Chat GPT, it isn't the best, especially like it gets its dates wrong from time to time. But if you ask it something like, say you have a South Node in Virgo, and you want to get like an in-depth, deep search understanding of what that means. You could also, say your South Node in Virgo is opposing Pluto or Saturn. You could then type that in as well and get a little bit more information. I do recommend getting a one-on-one reading with a human being, though, just so we're very clear. It's kind of, times are what they are, and we're adapting the way that we can, but definitely check her out in Sedona if you guys can. So I bring all this up, Gemini, because you're in a good place. I mean, you've done a lot of work on yourself. The King of Cups is emotional wisdom and feeling pretty balanced within your nervous system. You know how to manifest. You've seen yourself do it many, many times. It's just kind of like, why isn't it here yet, or what's getting in my own way? So do a little bit of homework, look at your chart, maybe get your human design read as well, or just do some deep searching within yourself. Maybe do some meditation, some journaling, automatic writing. Just do a little bit of homework, and somatic check-ins also. Where am I holding tension in my body, and is there a story, an image, a person connected to that tension? Okay. Libra. More cups. Air signs and their feelings for the month of May. Open your mind. Libra, interesting. Okay. All right. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this has to do with rethinking how you view romantic love and partnerships. This might not resonate with every Libra who's come to watch this today, but just, again, take what works, leave what doesn't. There's something about like, I think it has to do with how you've been, and no one wants to hear this, how we've been conditioned to be attracted to people. I'm not talking sexuality. I'm not talking that you've been conditioned to be straight or whatever, although a lot of us have been conditioned to be straight. That's a conversation for another time. But there's something about like, oh, I'm only attracted to this kind of person or somebody with this, this tall or this whatever. And I feel like your guides are kind of like, maybe you should think a little bit outside of your set limitations. This is mostly about physical appearances. This is not so much about the boundaries that you've set about how you want to be treated, unless you need to be treated better in your relationships, Libra. I feel like there's somebody in your life that is this for you, this support system, this ride or die. They've always been there for you. And it's almost giving like, have you considered this even as an option? I also want to offer, and this is something that I'm seeing in my own life. I've seen it in a lot of my clients. The entire I don't know if infrastructure is quite the right word, but the way that we think about relationships is going to be changing more and more and more as consciousness continues to evolve over the next couple of years. You're going to find yourself in platonic romances. I have several of those in my life where the emotional and spiritual intimacy is like that of somebody I would normally be romantically engaged with, but there's no physical intimacy, and it works great. All my needs are met, like needs that I used to want to almost like force my romantic partners to have that they couldn't meet. I'm having met in these relationships. So Libra, rethink your game. Rethink your game. I think there's an opportunity for you to have a much deeper connection with somebody that maybe you never thought about that way, because you're used to thinking of romantic relationships within specific parameters that they're telling you to kind of maybe bend the rules for just a little bit, just a little. Okay, Aquarius. And Aquarius has been in it past couple weeks, just from what I can tell in my weekly tarot for zodiac readings. Okay, there's awakening energy for you too, huh? Let's see here. Nice touch. This is all about money. This is all about your finances and your relationship to abundance. Okay. This is huge. It has the potential to be huge because you have to act on this. You can't just sit on this one. All right. Five of Pentacles is the energy of, it's more about worrying about not having enough or never having enough versus the actual evidence of not having enough. It's the what if I don't, what if I can't. Sometimes envy creeps up quite a lot with the Five of Pentacles. Like you look at everybody else who has specifically like a lot more money, their business is thriving and yours is not. Like it's kind of giving like, I will never have this. And I feel like there's a tremendous opportunity for you, Aquarius. Venus is going to be doing a really beautiful dance with Pluto in Aquarius this month. So this might be where this is coming up. I think there's an amazing opportunity for you to investigate the story. When did you learn this? When did you learn that scarcity mindset was safer and more reliable than abundance programming or abundance mindset? I think you have the opportunity to completely clear out your nervous system of stories that do not serve you, and rescript them into something that does. And it mostly feels intuitively, Aquarius, like it comes down to deservedness. Like, I don't know if maybe somewhere along the line, somebody taught you that you weren't worth $1 million. You weren't worth the time. You weren't worth, and I think you're going to recognize that that's somebody else's projection and not your actual true belief system. I can speak from experience on this, that when I am in full alignment with my higher self, when I've let go of all my garbage, I guess, this is often, mostly happen in medicine journeys where my ego can't get in the way of it. My natural state is one of abundance and peace and resonance always. I think this is the case for the human spirit and consciousness in general. We come here, we incarnate here to encounter limitation because our natural state is limitlessness. It's a game that we play. No one wants to hear that, especially because times are tricky right now, but it does seem to be that way. So, Aquarius, monumental transformative energy regarding your relationship with money. I'm really excited for you. That's all I have for you guys. Stay tuned. I will be hopefully uploading a video about Saturn moving into Aries over the next week or so. Again, check out the Patreon if you would like more in-depth readings, one-on-one readings. And if you would like to book personally one-on-one, the link is in my profile. I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful month.